My name is Lee Vanderlands and I'm the director. It started in first year that we heard kind of early on that there was the option to shoot on a plane. I guess students in the past had done it before. So it was originally just a really dumb idea that we had scripted up because we knew fourth semester would be coming at some point and that we would be doing a 10-minute. So the very first iteration, and I can't take full credit because Mr. Christopher Witt also was part of the brainstorming on this, but the original idea was steaks on a plane where steaks is in the meat, where it would just be a guy in an airplane washroom cooking a steak for 10 minutes, and that's it. And then, so as time went on and fourth semester approached, and I wanted to pitch something because I don't usually pitch stuff, and so I thought like, oh, that's kind of a funny idea, but it can be fleshed out. So it evolved into Steaks on a Plane as it is now, and it still kind of pays a homage to that original Steaks as in meat steaks, and also stakes because there's a vampire getting killed, so it's stakes and stakes and stakes on a plane. So it was originally born from cooking meat in the bathroom, and then it turned into let's gamble and kill vampires and then eat the vampire steak.
My name is Lawrence Malibiran, and I am the cinematographer / director of photography for Steaks on a Plane. I had multiple ideas. This would be awesome, mainly because our production value was already going to be set up very, very high, just being inside an actual plane. And so I kind of knew that filming-wise, that's going to be the first immediate problem for cameras. Was, most movies, most TV shows, they would have an actual set for planes, but we're going to be shooting in an actual plane. So that was the first thing that came to my mind was, how are we going to deal with this very, very weird space that we're going to have to film in? I guess the most difficult shot is just all of the shots are difficult because of the location, but it's a challenge and I like a good challenge.
My name is Costa Saliba, and for this project on the Steaks on a Plane, I am the location sound mixer. This is not really like a normal opportunity, I think, and I think it's really cool that SAIT offers like a hangar that lets the film students film in, and I think it's really cool. Like, I haven't really seen many other SAIT productions film in a plane before, so I thought that was also pretty cool as well to have it for our final drama of the year. So yeah, I was initially really excited, and as we're filming, I'm still pretty psyched about it.
My name is Anna, and I'm the director of Skating Soundwaves. I was inspired to do Skating Soundwaves because the idea itself is inspiring. The idea of teaching visually impaired kids and youth to do a sport that is so scary even for people who don't have vision loss is incredible, and the way that the Calgary has responded to it and just accepted them, and the skate community has really opened their arms is it's really moving and emotional, and I wanted to see other programs like this in the future across the country or even internationally, and so giving this kind of a spotlight was something that was an honor for me to do and inspired me.
My name is Bernardo Silva. I am a locations manager and a grip for this documentary. Haley and Anna were pretty much doing the whole like agreements and like the locations. They already had everything figured out. I was just there to be like, well, let me make a list here, be like, you want a cool sunset shot? I got you. Made a list, Google Docs, boom. Teams group chat. And turns out they were like, actually you can be a grip now. And I was like, oh, okay. And then they said, no, actually you're gonna be both. Yeah, location has been amazing. And we gotta make sure we clean up though. That's also my job as a location manager, to make sure everything is very well.
I'm Johan Galvez and I'm camera op for the doc. So we want a skate edit, so right now I'm operating a Panasonic HVX 200, which is a hand cam with a fisheye. I'm in charge of that skate edit, so I'm focusing on like kind of like friendship shots and like of course skating shots to like make it to the edit. So we're looking at this like 90s vibe skate edits which is like popping up a lot. That's why we have the look of that camera, and then I talk first with my DOP Malik and tell him like some ideas, send him a couple skate videos, skate edits, and then from there we just like grab a couple shots and like inspiration, and then we had this talk to director, and director already had kind of like a vision of like what shots she wanted. It was like a good teamwork because like we gave him ideas, and then she also had a vision already of like a couple shots that she wanted to have for sure. So yeah, it was good.
My name is Chanel. I'm the director and choreographer of Take Me Higher. So there's a lot that inspired me for this music video, but mainly it was another music video for a band called Jungle. The video was called Back on 74, and the entire thing was also a oneer. It was mainly focused on choreography and dancing, so I pulled a lot from that. Because it was so heavily influenced on that, I wanted to make it as uniquely mine as possible. So I gathered a lot of my friends who are also dancers. I tried to pull from other films, other pieces of art that I just love, so that it felt more personal to myself. But yeah, it's kind of a big conglomeration. It's a big jumble of stuff that I just love into the one video. So yeah.
And I was the production designer and art director on the Take Me Higher music video. We had very many meetings throughout the way, just checking in and making sure we were on the same vibe. I knew that we were supposed to be going for some groovy elements, and disco was a big part of it, and so I took a lot of inspiration from the past and Studio 54, as well as icons like Liza Minnelli. There was just kind of this inspiration of like, how big can we make this and extravagant with the pearls and the cherries that were placed in the champagne towers, and just like make this place just seem kind of otherworldly, kind of modern, kind of retro, but overall just like extravagant and full of fluidity.
To all the grips out there, I love you.
For the very last question, and this will be confidential to all of us, what would be your message to the students that you've taught and now graduating?
This is gonna be rough.
Okay.
Everything changed on January 8th, 2024. And that first directing class with B Group, I remember I was scared shitless. I had no idea what to expect. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. And I've known all of you for almost 2 years, and I can't believe that, like, it's gone by in the blink of an eye. It's just, the time is just, but for however rough that it's ending and that you guys are graduating and finishing, there's also a lot of beauty in that, because you guys are beginning everything else that comes after this. It's just the beginning of your careers, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be cheering you on the whole time, because I want to see what you guys do with your careers. And I'm really fucking excited to see what you guys all do. So what I do want to say is thank you to all of you, because you all have changed my life in a drastic way, in a very, very dramatic and drastic way. You guys have been there for me when I'm fucking down, and I've been there for a lot of you when you guys are down, and that's not going anywhere. I will still be there for all of you when you need it. Just let me know. I love you all a lot.